Hi, and welcome back to another episode of History of Fan Anime. I'm your host, William Chow, and in today's episode, I'm going to go over the next 10 CDs in the SMCD set. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so lesson number 51 is this Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Okay, so again, this is one of those what a lot of people like to refer to as a symphonic space opera. And if you're interested into like symphonic music, this is a really good album for that. This one features on the very first track called "I Am Waiting for You." It's sung in English actually, and it's a short opening version, theme version of the song. So it's a good one to check out if you're into that sort of operatic type of music. The next one is SM52, which is the Secret of Blue Water, Nadia. All right. And this soundtrack is really good because, again, the CD contains many BGM songs and that kind of stuff that comes from the TV series, as well as it does contain some vocal tracks. Tracks 1, 10, and 20 are your main vocal tracks for this particular CD. The next one is SM53, which is the Macross Song Collection. Okay, so now Macross has a whole bunch of different CDs. Containing all the different various songs and BGMs and that kind of stuff for that particular series. Okay, so this one is another song compilation of all the various different songs from the TV series and the movie. Okay, one of my favorite songs on this track, of course, is Sunset Beach, Zero G Love, of course, Macross, the song itself, and Yashino's Sayonara, which are all basically from the Macross movie, as well as of course the theme of the Macross, which is from the TV series. Okay, the next one is SM54, which is this one here, which is the soundtrack for Toy. Okay, now this is really kind of strange all weekend because this is one of these weird. There's a weird story about this one. It was one of these weird sort of OVA one-shot deal things that came out, and I didn't think much of it because because I remember seeing it in a video rental store called Kiku Video. Okay, it's one of the very few anime OVAs they had that was available for rental. But I rented it out, and again, the story's about this band, right? And what really got me was that very first song they did play, and of course the last song they did play in the concert, right? They had a really extra long guitar version of the song, which I thought was really, really cool. And so I really, really like that. That song. The song called Lemon by Sice, okay? The same people who did a City Hunter theme song as well. So I was thinking, well, why the hell am I going to get this song? That's really, really good. And I remember for the longest time I just recorded, right from the video, that song, because in the beginning it has them playing in concert and basically their I guess you'd say their little mascot sort of jumps in and basically does that particular song. And there's a very long opening version at the end of the video as well, where basically the band members were kind of got into a rift and they're trying to get back together again. So here they are in the concert trying to do play and perform before their audience, but they didn't have their main singer because their band kind of had a rift and they kind of broke up a little bit. So here it is, the drummer and the other band members are basically just playing the song without the singer, and they're just playing this big long open introduction, which is really cool. And so you'll notice when you listen to the CD, it also has a very long intro that goes into the song before they begin singing. So again, check it out. It's track 1 on this CD, so it's definitely worth having a look at. Okay, the next one is SM55, which is this one here, the City Hunter OVA soundtrack for City Hunter OVA number 2 and number 3. Now, number 2 and number 3, as shown on this one, is Bay City Wars and the $1 Million Conspiracy. Okay. And there's a lot of good songs on this one, a lot of background music and that kind of stuff. There's one track that has the voice of Yo, doing a whole bunch of dialogue and that kind of stuff. There's a few that do that. But yeah, definitely, you want to check out the track 3, which is the opening. It has really nice, mood opening. Check that one out. Bay City Battle, which has a really good upbeat, sort of number that you want to look at there. And of course, the main vocal one that on this CD is More Shiawase, okay, which is by Yuki Ogenami, all right, and she also does some of the other signature OVAs well. Okay, but definitely good CD to check out. The next one is SM56, and number 56 is the Maison Ikaku movie soundtrack. Okay, so like all the various different other Maison Ikaku CDs, again, it has primarily all BGMs on there, but the main song on it is track 16, which is the vocal version of the ending theme song, which is one of the good picks out of this particular CD. The next one is SM57, which is this one, Omoide Poporo. Okay, this is sort of the retro mix. Okay, so this particular CD has a lot of the various different BGMs and theme songs that they have, but they've all been remixed with like a keyboard or organ or that kind of stuff. So it's a kind of a different little twist to some of the songs that you may be already accustomed to. So it's kind of a neat little mix of songs like that. So definitely worth checking out if you're a really fan of that sort of oldish sort of retro type of music that Omoide Poporo has. Okay. Now the next couple are really a couple of my favorites, so I'm going to spend a little bit longer on them. But the next one is SM58, which is the Orange Road Sound and Color 3. Now I don't know why they put 3 before number 1, but that's the way they released it, I guess. But the Orange Road Sound and Color series were one of the very first CDs that I ever picked up as an anime CD. Okay, and so therefore I really listened to them a lot, and I really loved listening to the songs of this. So there's a lot of songs on this particular CD that I really got attached to, because that was one of the very first series that I worked on when I did the subtitles. So I really got interested in the music and that kind of stuff when I was following the series, when I got into the series, and then again when I actually did the subtitles on the series. I really attached to certain types of songs and really had an influence on me. Of course, track 1 is Dance and the Sweet Memories, which is probably one of the best ending theme songs that I had at that time, which is really good. There's track 2, which is a nice sort of the keyboard piece, and if you really listen carefully, it does have that same sort of rhythm as that Killing Me Softly by Roberta Flack. I don't know if they were actually trying to get those same bars, but it's in there. Okay. One of the things I really love is the saxophone pieces. So there's 5, 8, and 9 are all really nice, mellow sax versions of a lot of those songs. So I always like that. Mirror of an Actress, of course, is your track 13, which is your opening theme song. I don't like that one as much. I mean, Kanako Wada, I do like a lot of her songs, but that particular one wasn't one of my favorites. But I think a lot more of my favorite music came from like Orange Road 2 and 1, of course, which I'll review coming up shortly, and of course I've already done number 2 already. And of course one of the most prolific pieces that I still love to listen to is track 14. This is the basically music when Kyosuke and Madoka meet under the tree in episode 48. Really prolific piece for me, so I really enjoyed that one quite a lot, because that scene and that entire thing really got me. Like when I first wasn't translating it and didn't have it translated, that the whole entire sequence really really got me, because I really wanted to know what was going on. It really affected me in a really a really big way. And so until I got it all translated, until I figured out exactly what happened, it was really on my mind for a long time. So that really piece was really really nice for me. So do check that CD out. Okay. And then of course this leads to the next one, SM59, which is this one here, the Orange Road Sound and Color 1. Okay, again, one CD that I always remember bringing to work at Radio Shack, and played really loud, played a lot of the tracks over and over again, and certain tracks I used just because I love the effect that it had. Of course, going through the tracks, number 1, Night of the Summer Side, opening theme song. That catchy song really got me when I first saw the series, and really got me into Japanese animation, like shall we say, the pure form of Japanese animation at that time. So that really was a good affecting one. And as I said, I always liked saxophone music, so Track 5 is Madoka's theme, a special sax version of it. And again, I told the story where again I brought these songs into Radio Shack and I played it really loud. And this is one of the songs that if you really play really loud, and you have have it on a big set of speakers and you play it loud, you can actually hear the saxophone player inhaling between the different notes when he plays it. So you can just hear it in the background, but you just got to have it really turned up, and then you'll hear it. So it's kind of cool that you can kind of get that sort of resolution. So it's really nice. Track 8 is Summer's Mirage, which I always like. Nice song. I can't use that one. Track 10 is a unique one. It's called the aerobic song, which is basically the song when Madoka and Hikaru were basically doing aerobics. The cool thing about this song is if you have it on a speaker system that's spread out, like your surround sound like that, you will hear the music dancing all over the place. Okay, that was one of the first, because remember this is a time when Dolby Surround was just coming out. This Dolby Surround, so Dolby Stereo. So even before 5.1, Dolby Surround. Okay, so when they had just only Dolby Surround. Okay, this song was really good because it just danced all over the speakers and back and forth and everything like that. So it was really kind of cool. When I had it set up at Radio Shack, because again we had this display for the new Dolby Surround, and it wasn't even 5.1 at this time. So it was really cool to have that effect from when that music is dancing between the speakers. So it's really cool. And it's also a good song that I remember always using to test the setup of my sound system to see if I could hear that that vibration of the sound going back and forth between the speakers. So it's really nice. Definitely one of these CDs that you have to check out in terms of coincidental CDs of music to listen to. All right. And the last one of this particular set is going to be SN number 60, which is this one here. It is the Macross BGM TV soundtrack. Okay, so again for the TV series, it's the the background music and that kind of stuff for the Macross TV series. And one of the things that was really nice about this one is that at this time I was compiling and making quote mixtapes of themed type music. So one sort of music full of the softer sounds and that kind of stuff, relaxation type of music or whatever, but all anime music. I was also making a CD of combat running type of music. So high energy, make you has a beat so that when I run or exercise, I'd follow that beat, ding 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 or whatever, or however speed I'm trying to do. I have music that does that, and also have these combat type mixes, so that whenever we wanted to do some sort of role playing games or we're playing these strategy type games, and I wanted to change the soundtrack to something more combative, so I picked a lot of these Macross things because they had a lot of really good music. When, for example, the Zentradi come in, the attack on the SDF-1, when the Zentradi break through, then and go through go through the town. There's again the combat music for when the female Zentradi appear, all that kind of stuff. Really nice music. That they used in Macross that again it would work really well for that kind of a combat mix if you're making that kind of thing. So again, definitely worth checking it out. You're looking at things like track 9, 37, 40, and 42 on the CD. Have a listen to those because those are essentially very iconic Macross background sounds. Okay, so what you want to do right now is you want to go down below, click like and click subscribe, because I'm going to be continue doing more of these CD reviews to go through all the different CDs that I have and whatnot part of the set. And who knows, maybe there's some songs that you will see and notice that maybe you want to check out and add to your playlist. Okay, so until next time, see you again.